Hi guys and welcome to prediction week 16. You have to excuse me because I look and sound like shit. So we now go to the lunchtime kickoff. Bournemouth versus Liverpool. This is going to be quite a hard game for Liverpool, I think, because I know that Bournemouth are very similar to Liverpool in a way. They like to press, like to get in your face. As I learned, a couple of weeks ago when Arsenal played Bournemouth, they're not a team to be taken lightly. Bournemouth. They're in the table where they are for a reason. I think they're about sixth or seventh, something like that. So that they're not to be taken lightly at all. I'm going to give Liverpool the win, but it's not going to be a walk in the park. So I'm going to go Bournemouth 1, Liverpool 2. So yeah, that could be a good game actually to watch in a neutral perspective. We now go to the 3 o'clock kickoffs and we have Burnley versus Brighton. Again, yeah, two teams that haven't really got going this season. Two teams that are probably fighting for relegation at the end of the season. So for that, I'm going to go Burnley 1, Brighton 1. Now this is an interesting one. We now have Manchester United versus Fulham. Obviously the game on Wednesday night was absolutely crazy actually. I thought even though Arsenal weren't at their best, they were really tired after what they did against Tottenham. I still think that Arsenal were the better side. I didn't really think that Manchester United caused Arsenal many threats at all. It's Fulham. I don't want to write them off. It is Fulham. They are bottom of the league. So I think I'm going to have to give a comfortable win to Manchester United here. I know with the Southampton last week, but this is at Old Trafford. Fulham are bottom of the league. I just think that they're not going to go. Hang on, let's work it out now. So if Palace, did they have young boys? I think they had young boys in the middle. So let's take away the Champions League for a minute. So Palace they drew. Southampton they were 2-0 down and came back to draw. So I don't know if you want to look at that as a good draw or a bad draw. I don't know. United fans have to comment on that. But anyway, that was a draw. I thought the game against Arsenal was absolutely crap. I didn't enjoy that at all. I thought all 4 goals were gifted. To be fair, De Gea, what the hell was he doing for Mustafi's header? What the hell were we doing? Falling asleep, just letting Martial have a tap in. What was the third one? Oh yeah, Lacazette. What the hell was that? That's just scramble. And then Arsenal just let Manchester United just walk for us and get the equaliser. It was a stupid game, man. Absolutely stupid. It was just like watching. It was just like being on bloody FIFA. Having a glitch on FIFA or whatever. It was absolutely stupid, that game. But again, I don't want to say it was a great draw for Arsenal, but it was a better draw for us than it is for Manchester United because obviously, we only find ourselves on the same points as Chelsea. Top four is our aim this year. For Arsenal, and we find ourselves on the same points as Chelsea, who are fourth, and only 2 points off Tottenham, who are obviously on 33 points, and they're third. So better point for Arsenal than it was for Manchester United, who find themselves 8 points off fourth. So, but onto the Fulham game, I can't see them drawing 4 games in a row or even losing to this. I think they're going to have to put it right, and I think this is the game where they can put it right because they've got Liverpool next week as well. So they really need to get 3 points this weekend because if you think about it, if they draw or lose tomorrow at Old Trafford and then they lose next week to Liverpool, God knows where they're going to be in the table. So they really, really need to be winning games where they should be winning games. And this is the one where they should be winning games. It's Fulham at home. They need to win this one, and I'm going to give them a comfortable result as well. Manchester United are the same as Arsenal. They don't keep clean sheets. So I'm going to go Manchester United 3, Fulham 1. Fun enough, we then go to Arsenal versus Huddersfield. Again, I spoke about Arsenal. I thought the reason Arsenal were like the way they were Manchester United was because obviously all the energy and effort and passion that we put in against Tottenham. Which I'm happy. I'm happy that they sacrificed the Manchester United game so they could give us all they had in the derby, so I'm happy about that. I'm not happy with the way that, obviously, as I say, Manchester United just walked through us for the second goal and, just made it 2-2. I think it was 13 seconds after we just scored, actually, so, that was a little bit disheartened, but as I say, better draw for me than it is for Manchester United anyway. Again, Huddersfield, I don't want to take them lightly, but I think if Arsenal show anything like they did against Tottenham, I'm not sure they will, because obviously we played Tottenham, then we played Manchester United, and then we've got Huddersfield. So again, I'm not sure if tiredness is going to come into play, but I'm going to take that out of the equation because I don't think, obviously, we'd need to put that much, work effort in against Huddersfield. So I think if Arsenal can be at the level that we know Arsenal can be at, I'm going to go for a comfortable win for Arsenal. I'm going to go Arsenal 3, Huddersfield 1. Again, Arsenal don't keep clean sheets, so I'll give the goal to Huddersfield. We then have Cardiff versus Southampton, two teams that are fighting for relegation. No disrespect for those two teams whatsoever, but I'm not building my hopes up for this game, so I'm going to go Cardiff 0, Southampton 0. We then have West Ham versus Crystal Palace. Again, this is going to be a hard game for West Ham, a hard game for Crystal Palace. This could be quite a good game. I don't want to say that West Ham are in a relegation battle just yet, but they're starting to pick up some points. They won on the weekend, they won in midweek. So I'm going to go for a third consecutive win for West Ham. I'm going to go West Ham 2, Crystal Palace 1, but not going to be an easy game by any means necessary. 5:30 we have Chelsea versus Manchester City. Again, I don't think this is going to be a great game. They always build up these big top 4 games, to be this, massive blockbuster, Conor McGregor versus Mayweather kind of blooming games, and they never are, So I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be tight, but I'm going to nick the win to Manchester City because for me they've got the better quality and they're out of this world to everybody else. I don't think Chelsea will be bullied off the park, but I do think Manchester City are going to nick it. So I'm going to go Chelsea 1, Manchester City 2. And then for some reason we have a stupid kick-off at 7:45 on a Saturday, Leicester versus Spurs. So again, Spurs obviously getting back to winning ways. It was against Southampton, no disrespect to them, but it was against Southampton, so I'd expect nothing less, and it is at home. Now they've got Leicester away tomorrow. Again, Leicester's going to be a hard side. They get in your face. They're going to give you a run for your money, but I think Tottenham have the better quality, so I'm going to go Leicester 1, Tottenham 2. Just the one game at 4:00 on Sunday. We have Newcastle versus Wolves. Again, this could be a funny game because Newcastle are down the bottom, Wolves are in the top half of the table or 11th, something like that, and they've been the better side this season, Wolves. And that's why I'm going to give Wolves the win for this game. But again, it's not going to be easy. I think it's going to be a scrappy kind of game. But I'm going to go for a tight win for Wolves. I'm going to go Newcastle 0, Wolves 1. And then to wrap up the weekend games, at 8:00 we have Everton versus Watford. Again, not going to be a walk in the park for Everton. I know they've got a couple of results under their belt now. Watford's dipped in form a little bit, but again, they're a team that frustrate you. They get in your face. They nip you around the ankles. It's not going to be an easy win, but I am going to give a win to Everton. I'm going to go Everton 1, Watford 0. So that's my predictions for this weekend, guys, and I'll see you, is it next week? Yeah, next week for next week's predictions. Thank you for watching, guys.